Hello everyone, this is Professor Robert Solis. Welcome to this next video lesson. We're going to continue talking about the C++ selection structure, and specifically I want to introduce the use of logical AND and logical OR. So let me switch back over here and continue with this program that we were working on in the previous program. When I have a nested if statement like this, really this is the same thing as saying if this is true and if this is also true. So instead of putting these as two separate if statements, what I can do is to combine them with the AND statement. So let me get rid of from here all the way to here. I'm going to put the AND operator, and I'll put a parens around here, and I'll put a parens around here. So notice what I've done. I've taken the two separate if statements and I'm turning this into a single if statement using the AND operator. So I'll put a comment over here. This is an illustration of the logical AND operator, and we're going to use the two ampersands together to represent logical AND. That's how you represent it in C++. What this is asking is the following question. Is this true? And also, is this true? Because if they're both true, then since they're both true, letter grade is going to be assigned the string A. If one of these or both of these are false, then the whole thing is false. So let me do this. Let me create a truth table just so I can show you what this looks like. So we'll say this is called the AND truth table. And in fact, let me go ahead and just put a block comment because I have several lines that I need to type, and I'll just do it like that, right? The slash asterisk and the asterisk slash, that's a block comment. So everything inside of these are block comments. All right, so let's do this. Let's say that I have variable x, variable y, and then variable x and y to see what this looks like. All right, and then I'll just try to make this look fancy here, put a line under here. If x is 0 or false, and y is false or 0, then the AND of those two is also false. How about this? What if y is true and x is false? Well, the result is still false. What if x is true and y is false? Well, the result is still false. How about this? What if x is true and y is true? Well, then the whole thing is true. Instead of f, I could have put 0. Instead of true, I could have put 1, or t, I could have put 1, right? Because the idea is this. Just like in the English language, if I said, hey, do you want to go out to lunch? No, I don't want to go out to lunch. No, I don't want to go out to lunch. Well, I guess no one's going out to lunch because both of the people are falsely not wanting to go out to lunch. Okay, how about this? I say, hey, you guys want to go out to lunch? And X says, nah. Y says, yeah, but I asked if both of you wanted to go out to lunch. Since one of you do not want to go out to lunch, no one's going out to lunch. And same thing if I flip-flop them, right? What if X says, yeah, I'll go. Y says, nope. It doesn't matter. I'm asking if both of you want to go. Since one of you does not want to go, that violates this question of me saying, hey, do both of you want to go? Now, in this last case, X says, yeah, I want to go. Y says, yeah, I want to go. So true and true, perfect. That's equal to true. We are all going out to lunch. So we refer to this as the AND truth table. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. If the user input is greater than 90, and if the user input is less than 100, then the score is an A. Similarly, for a B, I don't have to have this nested if statement. I can take this whole thing away, put this right here, put an AND operator. I'm going to put a closing parens over here, and I'm going to put an opening parens over here because I have really two things that I'm testing for. I'm testing to see if this is true and if this is true. Because if both of those are true, then the letter grade is going to be B. Let's take a look. Is the user input greater than or equal to 80, and is it less than 90? If that's true, your letter grade is a B. Okay, how about this? This one over here, we'll take care of this stuff over here. We'll put the logical AND operator. I'm going to put an additional parens over here to balance out the statement. So is this true? And is this true? Is the user input greater than or equal to 70 and less than 80? If that's the case, then your letter grade is C. And then I have one more opportunity to take this nested if statement, get rid of that, I'll AND these two together. Because if they're both true, then we're going to assign letter D to the letter grade. That is, if the user input is greater than or equal to 60, and if the user input is less than 70, then the letter grade is D. And then I have an else statement over here for the letter F, so I think that covers it. So you can see what the AND statement does. It consolidates nested if statements. You can still have nested if statements if you want. I'm just trying to demonstrate to you that with the usage of logical AND, you can consolidate them, and it makes for a neater looking, readable program. Do you have to do this? No. Should you do this? I think so. I think you should try to do this more often than not because it just looks more readable. It helps the program to be more understandable. All right, so let me just make sure that everything is working properly. I'm going to build the solution, and let's see what happens over here. It looks like build succeeded. I can see that down here. I don't need this output panel, so I'm going to close that. Let's see here. Why is this thing coming up like that? Did I forget to do something over here like a semicolon or something like that? Let me see. Let me rebuild it. I'm not sure why those statements are not coming up like that here. Okay, it looks like everything rebuilds successfully, so let's see what happens if I run the program. Okay, let's try 78%. That's a C, yep. Let me try it again. 89%. B, yep. Let's try something like 90-something, 95%. That's an A, good. Run it again. How about 45%? That's an F. And I'll try something in the 50s, 51%. That's an F, that's right. Let's try something in the D area. That's 60-something, right? Yep, that's a D. 63 is a D. All right, so you see that in this program, we used the logical AND operator to consolidate nested if statements. Another truth or logical operator that you can use, I'll put this within the block comment, is called the OR logical operator. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an OR truth table. And in fact, why don't I do this? I'll just take this over here, copy and paste it. We have to make some changes. For example, the OR operator in C++ are the two vertical lines over here. We call this one character the pipe. And on your keyboard, if you look above the return or the enter key, and it's the vertical line above the slash, it's that particular key that generates this vertical line. Two of those together, we call that the OR operator, logical OR operator. Okay, well, think in the same way as the English statement, would you or you like to go out to lunch? No, I don't want to go out to lunch. No, I don't want to go out to lunch. Okay, so no one's going out to lunch. Would you or you like to go out to lunch? X says no, but Y says yes. Well, since Y says yes, and I use the word or, well, since this person wants to go out to lunch, false or true is equal to true. One of those people wanted to go out to lunch. Hey, two of us are going out to lunch. How about if I flip-flop these? This goes from false to true. This goes from true to false. This, again, is going to be true. So, true or false equals true. Do you want to go out to lunch? Yes. Do you want to go out to lunch? No. But we are still going out to lunch because I use the word or as opposed to the word and. Finally, do you want to go out to lunch? Yes. How about you? Yes. Perfect. Since you want to go out to lunch or you want to go out to lunch, three of us are going out to lunch. Me, and I asked these two other people, X and Y, if they want to go out to lunch. So notice the difference between the OR truth table and the AND truth table. In this case, the result is always going to be false when both of the inputs are false for the OR operator. In this case, the answer is always going to be false. And there's only one time that it's true, and that's when the X and Y operator are both true, then the answer is true. So there's a difference between these, and it operates the same way as the usage of OR versus the word AND in the English language. Okay? So these are two logical operators that you can use with your if statement. This was an illustration of how to use the AND statement. And I think that's it. So this is Professor Robert Solis. I hope this video lesson was helpful. Have a good day. See you next time.